GSL.
Welcome back to the GSL Code A. It's time for our losers match. And one of these two Terrans is going home sad today. The other one still going to have to beat Sora to go home happy.
Well said, and this is the truth. I can attest to that. We have now Hack going up against Reality in another best of 3 here in our losers match. DRG already qualified for Code S. Will another Terran be able to qualify as well, or is Sora the one who takes it at the end of the day, the second spot in the group? I'm gonna find out, but first of all, we're going into our mirror match. Habitation Station is map number 1 for StarTale Hack versus Samsung Galaxy Reality.
What do you favor?
It's tough to say, actually. Both of them also don't have a lot of games played. I would actually, I think, even favor Reality here.
Me too.
I've seen a couple of games of Reality in the past in Terran versus Terran that just impressed me the way how he played them. But it's a difficult one to call, I feel. I think they are on high level here, and we can certainly see the series go over 3 maps.
I feel like Hack is like tired or angry or something. There's something in his face that's just not right today. The winner of this Terran versus Terran goes on to face Sora. The loser goes to Code B. This is the GSL Code A with Calder and Wolf.
Reality versus Heck.
Starting to the top left, we have our Samsung Galaxy Terran player. It is Reality. He lost his earlier match against Sora and finds himself in a Terran versus Terran match now in the losers game here at the GSL Code A. And starting to the top right on Habitation Station, we have his StarTale opponent. Starting in blue, it is Hack, who got demolished by DRG, who advanced then to Code S right away with another victory over Sora.
Hack is a great player. It really is, but Reality, man, I have to favor him just because of his performance we've seen from him already today. And just the drop play that we saw against Sora was quite nice. And
Gas first here for Hack, trying to play it a little more aggressive than his opponent.
I like this actually for this map because it's a really short rush distance and it's only 2 spawning locations, so you can put that aggression on really fast, especially if he, for example, builds his factory to like the top left of his base.
Terran versus Terran in general right now has so much to offer, and it's probably my most favorite mirror matchup these days. It's just something where you always have a lot of aggression in the early game, players going into fast gas just to get the tech out really early. It's very rare that you see these very passive games in TVT anymore.
It's also very rare that you see both players going for the same opening. And in Terran versus Terran, what I like about it most is there are basically at least 3 different builds for each stage of the game that are really popular, and then beyond that there are transitions that are even rarer but possible in the early game, the mid game, and the late game. So you're always going to see something different, and there's so many different ways to play the matchup. That's why I really like it. And my favorite matchup of comps is Marine Tank and or Bio versus Mech, because you get to see those 2 directly different styles clash against each other.
I just love early Banshee play in the matchup, because that's something where you really, especially when both players go for Banshees, I like that a lot, because you have to defend at your base, at the same time you're trying to maximize the damage output at your opponent's base where you're attacking. So seeing a player really multitask between the 2 locations and trying to minimize his own losses while maximizing the damage that he dishes to his opponent, that's something that I really enjoy. And it's always cool when you see a player really having good unit control at home and also at his opponent's base. It's pretty impressive.
I agree. Starport goes down here, and we'll see if he drops a tech lab.
Yeah, it doesn't really look like he does right now. He could also just simply go into drops. And there's a tech lab, so we my wish apparently granted here. And of course there's the second refinery, didn't even catch on to that, so we're gonna see the Banshee play. And on the other hand, we have already an expansion being started by Reality. So Hack, sacrificing economy in favor of a fast attack, will have to do damage here, or Reality will get far ahead in the game.
Reality's playing blind. He didn't scout at all. Hack sends 1 SCV across the map.
Not true, by the way. We had Reality with a scout in his opponent's base.
Oh,
so he saw the gases, and he also saw the factory and moved then back.
But he does not know that it's Banshees that's coming his way. He can reasonably escape, but
he knows that it's gas first, but he did definitely not see the starport.
And Hack didn't see what was on the top of that ramp, so he doesn't know if there's a fast command center. All he knows is there's a few Marines at the front that denied his scout. With a cloak commitment here, Hack, of course, spends a lot of resources for this. Will need to do damage. In this matchup, it's almost impossible to do no damage with your attack, but he just needs to maximize it and make sure he's efficient with his Banshees, force scans. And there's the turrets, rather the engineering bay, which unlocks the turrets by Reality. The Widowmine he has also, if he places it well, could be the Banshee's demise. We'll see. He is actually sending it to the right side of his map. We'll burr it there. And if Hack goes as the crow flies, then that's going to be, you know, possibly actually the end of the Banshee just right away.
Yeah, the thing is he gets a Viking now, Reality that is, and if you tank one shot of a Widowmine, then your Banshee only needs another hit by a Viking and your Banshee will die. But he actually goes up to the top and the missile turret is already started, so he will probably just finish in time. Well, he might be able to pick that SCV off if he attacks it right away, which he doesn't, but he's going to get like 1 or 2 kills anyways. 1 kill and then he has to move back. Not really successful so far, trying to skirt the edges of the base and might actually run right into that Widowmine.
Not quite in range.
If he flies over that, a quick scan.
No, he's just still not in range. He's just barely skirting it. He doesn't even know either. And this is so frustrating for Reality, who waits for his own Raven to be started, or to finish. He's possibly going to lose this reactor. I think he will, but I mean, for him, he's like, well, this is possibly better than me losing my SCV, so I'm just going to let you attack this. It's going to buy me time to get that Raven out.
That's super annoying now, though. He's going to start losing Marines, too. Here comes that scan, moves back immediately, and that Banshee is not going to die. Takes down a reactor here, so well done. 2 Marines and an SCV.
The reactor is just so painful because it takes so long to build, and it also means that if he doesn't rebuild it, then that's so much lost Marine building time. Banshee escapes. Looks like he may even repair it. He's sending it all the way home. But still, economy-wise, not so bad for Reality, because he's had his base mining for longer. He's got the extra saturation, the faster double mules. Not massively ahead of Hack in that sense, but Hack did not do a lot of economic damage.
Yeah, I am a little bit surprised that the Harvest account is not more in favor of Reality, because Hack didn't really kill a lot of SCVs, but it looks like Reality really cut his SCV production a little bit, or just missed it, because now we have a Harvest account of 34 to 33. Getting a little bit ahead right now, but still, like, Reality, I really thought that he would be farther ahead in economy.
Yeah, I think it's just more so the fact that
I mean, the missile turrets that he had to invest in,
yeah,
the Viking that he got.
He spent so much resources on the other things that he had to cut SCVs here and there. He's still ahead. And it's really about that extra mining at the natural. This is not enough, and he's actually going to, with all of these anti-air units, going to force a PDD. PDD needs 5 more seconds. He's going to be able to get the PDD up, but then what if the units just fly past the PDD? That's the question.
He might lose that Raven. Yeah, he will.
Wow, it doesn't even queue it up fast enough.
That was huge. Losing the Raven here is super bad for him.
No more detection. He's going to have to use scans for future Banshees. And this army that's coming across the map for Hack is deadly. That siege tank is dead. He takes the Lee out of deadly, man.
Yeah, Reality losing that siege tank was definitely another big problem. He loses the Banshee, then he loses the siege tank. Hack now is just trying to move in there, and well,
gets
Hack
shots
has
off.
A great
he
spot.
has vision.
The siege tank is gone, and this is horrible for Reality.
Reality doesn't look like he has a scan. He's certainly not using it.
He doesn't have a siege tank. He has 1 tank that just left the barracks, but he potentially is going to lose this command center and also the game.
Auto turrets to tank at the front. Great position here for Hack, doing so much damage to this command center, and he will eliminate it. It's going to go down. The Vikings can kill it, can chase it. Oh, he's got SCVs repairing, barely saves it there.
Yeah, but there's no mining on the low ground going on, and he can just leapfrog forward with those siege tanks.
That's exactly what we're going to see. That cloaked Banshee also giving him a lot of extra vision. Can maybe even go and start picking away at some of these Marines.
He gets the SCVs here. It's still outside of the siege tank range. The Harvest account 36 to 46. Double income against 1. Hack is suddenly, wow, he is...
It's that anger man.
Ham on that.
He's really showing it. Pushing his way all the way up to the natural, trapping the last of these SCVs, takes a 12 Harvester lead,
yeah,
and with the
Banshee is controlled by those Vikings. There's just no way for Reality to get Vikings or any kind of anti-air into the game and really contest it. That means a bigger siege tank with vision range for Hack.
Plus the Banshee, which can do damage itself. He's going to kill all these Harvesters. The Banshee moves forward here, dropping manor scans.
What a great game by Hack here. Really well played.
GG.
GG, and the lead for Hack
He just
Impressive.
knows. He knows that he has the faster tanks. He knows that he has the air control because he committed to that. He also then goes and kills the Raven. That was a big issue. The Raven gone, the Viking gone. Goodbye air control for Reality, and that was a very technical, awesome game by Hack. Really like to see games like that.
That was absolutely, that was cool. That was the reason why I love Terran mirror matches these days. And Hack, very, very crisp build. Got a couple of pickoffs there too. And let's see what Reality can do in game number 2. It's his map choice now.
Yeah. This is, what a great series already. Just because I like the defense was solid by Hack, or rather by Reality.
Yeah.
And then Hack was able to transition out of it, only making one Banshee, keeping the Banshee alive, having his own Raven to control the skies, and deal with any possible Cloak Banshee transitions, like counter Cloak Banshee from Reality. The timing that he used, the way he controlled the ramp, just how he knew exactly how far his siege tank could be away out of vision. The few first siege tank barrages he got off were out of vision of Reality, knowing that he had air control. He's like, okay, scan me. But then you're not going to have scans from my Banshee later.
It was just a much better game by Hack in general. Reality lost too many units that he shouldn't have lost. That siege tank and the Raven, definitely two of the units that he needed in that last defense. If those units are still alive, it's a very different game. The siege tank at home would have helped him, but if you have 3 siege tanks against 1, and you don't even have the siege tank in the position at the natural, then you're just going to lose too much there. Once the siege tank was gone and he didn't have anything to defend against Hack's push, that natural was a goner, and therefore Hack about to win the game. Here we go into game number 2. Let's see if Reality can tie things up here. The GSL Code S, the losers match.